So this is kind of a mix between politics and gaming, because it involves someone who works for BioWare and Mass Effect, works on Mass Effect. But this shows the kinds of people that have infiltrated gaming and just Hollywood. And these are the people writing the games. These are the people producing them, writing the scripts, and all that. These people who have clear mental issues if they're willing to push others away simply because how they voted. Um, so we have this loving and tolerant person. Mass Effect writer says, "Am trying hard to just restrain the vicious need to lash out at other people following evil Cheeto Man's presidential victory." So I'm sure you've heard already that the one and only Orange Man Bad is the 47th president of the United States. Overcame a very, very hard few years, but he's back. And the left, the loving and tolerant left, is not happy, not happy at all. And if you're in another country and you're watching this, I'm sure you've heard, evil Cheeto Man is now in charge again. So the people like her are just melting down. And these are the people who are making the games. If you look at these game companies, I seriously doubt you'll find a conservative there. And if they are, they're probably staying quiet because they're afraid of losing their job. Because of people like her, the loving and tolerant left, they're the least tolerant. They're the least tolerant. I guarantee you, this person, if they found out you were working for them and you were a conservative, they would have you fired. Guaranteed. So I'm sure a lot of the people are just like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. If they ask me, I'm just going to say, yeah, sure. Yeah, Kamala Harris. Yo, yeah, strong, proud woman. Yeah, I'm totally voting for her. It's what the country needs. All the while, just saying it because they don't want to lose their jobs. But loving and tolerant. Uh, and of course, everything checks out. Colored hair, check. Nose piercing, check. Trump derangement syndrome, check. Everything checks out. Mass Effect writer Casey Alexander, who wrote the tie-in book for Mass Effect Andromeda, Nexus Uprising, is not handling the news that President Orange Cheeto Man, totally, literally evil man from World War II, won the election for the President of the United States very well. On Blue Sky, because that's where all these people have to go now, because Elon Musk, he's not censoring people enough. On Blue Sky, Alexander wrote, "Have reached the point in this game where the first night shrieks and wails and sober is no longer acceptable. Tomorrow's a new day, but to get there, it's Zequel time. Unsponsored, fuck this shit. I'm emotionally unavailable for the next 5 hours. Sleep aid of choice." Um, she added, "If you can, whatever you need, try to get some sleep. Even if it's scattered cat naps, your brain needs the energy to function and will want to function." "I'm trying hard to restrain the vicious need to lash out at other people. I'm too furious, too spiteful, too exhausted, too flattened, too scared. And yet I am incandescent with a rage that has only this damaged body and mind to house it." Oh, that evil orange man. Well, these are the same people who said, "Oh, if he wins, I'm leaving the country." Well, maybe you should do it this time, for real, for realsies. Y'all, I'll be streaming today. A lot of us are frayed and raw and grieving. These how freaking weak-willed and weak-minded these freaking pussies are. "Oh my god, Orange Man became president. Oh, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown because I'm not mature enough to function in society like a normal person." Again, these are people who are in their 30s and 40s who are having mental breakdowns over, oh no, someone I don't like is president now. And it's funny, it's like they keep spewing the same lies of, oh, World War III and putting people in camps and this and that, and yet everything they say he was gonna do or is going to do, they've already done or suggested. World War III, we have two wars started in two different parts of the world. Throw people in camps. They suggested putting people in reconcentrate or not reconcentrate re-education camps. Um, Saying that they're how divisive and intolerant the left is or the right is, while they simultaneously distance themselves and just stop talking to anyone who simply just agrees with something that evil Cheeto Man says. They have done and do everything they accuse everyone else of doing. And they are so freaking weak-willed and so weak-minded. They've infiltrated everything. Games, movies, TV, you name it. These are the kinds of people working there. These freaking oh my god, Orange Man bad. I'm gonna sit there and rant about how bad Orange Man is. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. These are the people writing the games. These are the people in charge. You wonder why there's so much crap in games now that don't need to be there. So much political ideology. There you go. There you go. There's a person doing it right there. Outright having a freaking mental breakdown because, oh, evil Cheeto Orange, World War II evil Nazi man is president. And I'm such a well educated individual that I believe everything the media has told me about things he's going to do. I believe every out of context clip they show me because I'm not nearly as educated as I want people to believe. And I am, in fact, much dumber than most people. These are the people working on our games. You want to know why the games suck recently? People like that. People like that. These people are the ones working for Sweet Baby Inc., who are infiltrating our freaking games. These are the people working at Ubisoft and BioWare and EA and Activision and all these other working in Hollywood. These are the people who have infiltrated and started pushing their own ideological bullcrap into everything. These weak-willed, weak-minded, grown freaking adults who can't even handle functioning like a normal person through a day. That they have to look out for triggers and oh god, I have anxiety. Funny how like all of them have anxiety. You ever notice that? They all say, they all have anxiety. But these people are so just separated from reality. They cannot handle real life. They can't handle the real world. The adult world is the scariest place for them. And the minute you say something they don't agree with, the minute something happens that they don't like, they start to have mental breakdowns, screaming at the sky, throwing hissy fits, burning stuff to the ground, all because of how mentally ill and incapable they are, because they can't function in society like a normal person. But then they go on to make our games. And then they wonder why no one wants to play them. Like, and I get that people may disagree politically, but when you go as far as to, cutting off a family or friends because they voted for someone who you don't like, you need to grow the hell up. You need to grow the hell up. Seriously. And they like to say that they're the adults. They like to say that they're the educated ones. They like to say that they're the side of love and tolerance. They're the least educated, the least loving and tolerant, and they're the ones working on the games. And again, if you're a conservative in these areas like gaming or in Hollywood, you're too afraid to openly admit it because you're afraid of losing your job because of just how tolerant they are. But when you call out their bullshit, their obvious agenda, no, you get labeled as the crazy one. You get labeled as the phobe is an ism. When you suggest that maybe they should stop putting their own ideological bullcrap into things. No, you're the crazy one, despite the fact that they feel the need to insert everything from real life into video games and whatever else. It's people like this. And if you're a person who said, "Oh my God, if he wins, I'm gonna leave leave the country, leave the country, just leave." You said it the first time, you didn't do it. You said it the second time, follow through, really follow through. Just follow your dreams and just don't let anything get in your way. Bye now. But yeah. So even though it's political, it's also this is the kind of people. These are the kinds of people who are working on games. You want to know why the Dragon Age writing sucks so bad? It's because of people like this. People like this. You want to know why every game that's come out this year has mostly flopped, especially games that have had a whole lot of diversity and inclusion? This is why. These are the people. And there's dozens of these people working in these companies, if not hundreds, depending on how big the company is. People just like them, and you wonder why the games are bad. Orange Cheeto Man hurts my feelings. Whether they win or lose, whether they win or lose, you know, always crying. But yeah, these are the people making the games, and are you surprised? Are you really surprised? Anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.